User interactions with the mouse, such as clicks, double clicks, rollovers, and more, are handled by the mouse event class. Since the mouse is still one of the primary ways your users will interact with your Flash movies, it's important to learn how to listen and respond to mouse events. The simplest event is the mouse click. Here are a list of various events related to interactions with the mouse. Detect and respond to a mouse click with the simple event listener you'll find in the mouse_click movie in the work files folder. Here is that movie opened up, and I've opened up the timeline. Here in the first layer, let's label that actions instead of layer 1. Always a good idea to label your first layer actions, where you place your actions. If you click on that first keyframe and open up the actions panel, you'll find our event listener right here. Here we're detecting for a click anywhere on the stage. That's what the word stage means, although usually you'll target particular button instances on the stage. Now, the next line actually does something once a mouse event, a click mouse event, has been reported. It's going to trace the word click in the output panel. So if we do a control test movie and we click anywhere on the stage, we'll get a click reported here or traced here in the output panel. I've clicked 4 times, so I get 4 traces there. Let's go ahead and close down these panels. Let's change our detection event from a click to a mouse up. These have to be all uppercase letters with an underscore in between the mouse and the up. Let's change our trace here from click to mouse up like so, and do another control test movie. This time when I click and then I release my mouse button, it gives me the trace. Right now I'm holding my mouse button down, so I get nothing in the output panel. As soon as I let go of the mouse, I get the mouse up trace. Let's go ahead and do another event. I also have a mouse wheel detection, spelled like that. Let's change this to mouse wheel from mouse up. This will detect anytime I move the wheel on my mouse. Another event here is the mouse move. This is a very useful one, and one that you may want to use with your final project, creating a game in Flash. I have a special file that I've established for just this one in the work files folder. Open up the detect mouse movement FLA file, and it looks like this. If we open up the timeline and go to the very first frame of the timeline, that little A symbol there indicates that there is a script there. If we open up the actions panel, it looks like this. There is a stage add event listener, mouse event, mouse move, and then a function called check direction, which will check which direction I'm moving my mouse and then trace out that direction in the output panel. So go ahead and open this up and then do a control test movie, and let's test how this works. Notice that I'm moving my mouse in the X direction and Y direction, and it's going to report in real time which direction I'm moving. And right now I'm moving up and to the left, now down and to the right, so that notice that as I move it, I get a report back of which direction I'm moving my mouse. Let's move it in a steady up and to the right direction. And as I do this, let's go ahead and move this down here so I can see my output panel. There we go. Notice that I'm moving right and up. And if I leave my mouse sitting there, I should get a none. Or if I move horizontal, notice I get a none on the Y movement. So this may be a very handy script that you want to use in the last project. I'll be showing you scripts as we go that you may want to include in your final game. This is one that you can certainly make good use of in a game to detect which way the mouse is moving. But now let's move on to the next movie, and let's go in and start working on this menu click script right here to make our most simple type of menus work. Then we'll move on later to the more sophisticated types of menus in later movies.